Hello, friend. Mike Malloy here. I sometimes get asked the question, Mike, I don't have any money. I don't have a bank account. I don't have any credit cards. How can I get started in business if I don't have any money? And I'll tell you the first thing right now. Where you're at, where you're starting from, does not matter. You might say I'm crazy, but it really doesn't matter. Whatever your situation is, whether you have no money, and I want you to understand one thing first before I get into this. Having no money is not being poor. Poor is a mindset. If you believe that you have no money, that you can't get money, that you can't make money, that's poor because you think you can't have anything. That's not having any money is just a specific condition that you're currently living in. That's your current situation. It's not who you are. You're capable of a tremendous amount of accomplishment if you truly want to and you truly believe that's possible. And if you believe that, even if you have no money right now, then you're wealthy because you have the proper mindset to become financially wealthy where you do have a lot of money. So let me get into why it doesn't matter where you're starting from. Throughout history, people have strived to make better lives for themselves and their families, and sometimes they risk death by crossing oceans in bad conditions just to get to countries where they believe they have a better lifestyle. For example, I live in the United States and people risk their lives every year to come here just for the opportunities that exist in the United States compared to where they currently live. And a lot of people who live in the United States take for granted all the opportunities we have here. There's people throughout history who started with nothing and became the wealthiest people on the planet. For example, Andrew Carnegie, back during the 19th century, he was an immigrant who started with nothing and built up one of the largest fortunes in the country at the time. And he actually donated most of it and established a public library system. So it doesn't really matter where you start from. It matters how willing you are to put in the time, effort, and energy to get what you want out of life. So if you are starting with no money, no bank account, no credit, how do you get started in business? It's a bit more of a challenge than obviously someone who starts with money. So you're going to have to be willing to do a little bit more than someone who already has money. And if you are, then it's not a problem. So the answer is yes, I can help someone in that situation, but you have to be able to meet the following conditions. First, you've taken a look at the business that I'm in and that I'm offering to train you to grow your own business in, and you want to get started in that business. That's the first step. Second, you understand that it actually takes money to start and grow a business. And a lot of people don't get that fact. It's not like a job where you make money just because you show up. A business requires investment, and to grow it quickly requires you to keep putting money back into the business, which means you make some income, and then you invest at least part, and preferably in the beginning, all of it back into the business so you can grow the business into something big so you never have to worry about money ever again in the rest of your life. Third, you're willing to do what your mentor tells you to do, which in this case would be me, to make the necessary changes so that you can get started in the business. And I'm going to tell you right now, as a mentor, I'm going to tell you things you're not going to really want to hear and you're not going to necessarily be happy about. Why? Because I'm going to be totally honest with you about what you need to do. And some of that stuff you may not consider to be fun, but if you truly want to get the results and manage to get the money or develop the credit, whatever you need, whatever resources you need to develop and acquire to get started in a business, then you'll do whatever is necessary to get there. And in some cases, I'm going to tell someone, if you have absolutely no money, you need to get a job. I mean, that's just the reality. You need some income coming in. You need a way to finance your business. You can also sell anything else that you actually own, because most people at least have some sellable assets. That's another way to get started in a business. But I will tell you right now, a lot of successful entrepreneurs started their business on the side while they had a job to provide them income, so they didn't have to worry about basic living expenses, and they can invest money into their business to get it off the ground to where it eventually becomes self-supporting. And that can be done very quickly nowadays, but it still requires an initial capital. So if you meet these three conditions, you want to get into the business that I'm in, you understand that it's going to take some money to get started and to grow the business, and that's not necessarily a lot of money. And it really depends on what level of the business you want to get into, but it's a lot less than most traditional businesses. and you're willing to do what I, as your mentor, tell you to do, then in that case, contact me and tell me that you want to get started and you want to know what the first step is to get going. And along the way, because in the beginning, I'm not going to be asking you for any money because you don't have any, and that's fine. But since I'm going to be investing my time in you and my energy, I'm going to hold you accountable if you don't do what you say you're going to do, what I ask you to do so that you can move forward because I'm trying to help you, then I'm going to cut you off. And I don't say that to be mean. I want to help the most people possible. And obviously the people who pay me money to help them, I help them first because I have to do that. I'm not a billionaire. I can't help everybody for free. But I still want to help as many people as possible. And I know there's people who come up from nothing, where they have no money to start with and go on to become millionaires. It happens every single day. And so that can be you, but I can tell you right now, the chances most people fail. That's why I will cut you off if you don't do what you say you're going to do. I can spend a small limited amount of time with you if you keep moving forward and making progress. And if you do that, you will eventually get there. And if it took you, my question for you is, if it took you 3 or even 5 years to build up enough resources and to build a business up to where you were making a substantial income from your perspective, would that be worth it to you? I can tell you right now, a lot of people go to college for 4 years, spend tens of thousands of dollars, usually in debt, just to begin starting to making a decent income. I know because I did that. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's one way to go. I personally don't think it's the best way to go for a lot of people these days. It is if you want to go into certain areas. But if you're truly dedicated, I don't care where you're starting, I'm willing to help you. But I'm going to tell you right now, my part is going to be 10%. 90% is going to be on you. And if you're willing to do that 90%, I'll tell you what steps to take and I'll help you each step of the way. And then you'll be able to move into the business and get started and keep building on top of the skill sets you build as I help you. So I wish you all the best. If you really are up to the challenge of making a truly big change in your life and you want to start from a really low resource place, and I'm talking about low financial resources, then contact me and let me know and I'll get you started. But if you're not committed to making big changes in your life, I'm sorry, I can't help you because it all begins with you. I can't give you the motivation, the drive, the determination to succeed. You have to have that from within. I can only help you overcome obstacles and point you in the right direction so you can go down a path that's already proven. I wish you all the best. Get in touch with me if you're up to the challenge. Talk to you soon.